I totally forgot to change the title. I knew people were gonna come in because of the title. So now I have to talk about what I was gonna talk about. Darn it. I meant to change the title of the show. Ah, how did I forget? Okay. I wanted to do this particular segment with people that don't necessarily agree with me about Kamala Harris being becoming president. I think she's going to become president in August. I've said this since she's been in office. I said this with me and excuse me, me, Russo, Casey. I've even said it for, I think me and Chelly even had an ongoing bet of when she was going to be in office. But I don't have all the videos and things that I need for a full show. So maybe I should change the title, huh? Oh man, I can't believe I did that. Heels up Harris. I definitely believe she will be the president by August. I can't even give Biden till the end of the year. And I will show exactly why I don't think he's going to be there until the end of the year. Here's why.
To answer the first question, I'm laughing too. They actually, well, look, I mean, he has made clear that the answer is, I believe
I'll run it
in the
again.
past essentially acknowledged that he was, there are certain things that he would do or did do.
It's like
Answer
somebody
the first question.
gave him a scolding or like
I'm
looked at
laughing
him
too.
weird.
They actually, well, look, I mean, he has made clear that
Yo, why does he pause like that, bro?
the answer is, I believe he is in the past.
That's not an edited clip. That's a real clip that's live. He made several gaffes throughout this entire process or throughout this, or talking in his ear. You might be right. Throughout the entire summit. And I'm so sorry for yawning. I'm sleepy. He's just not there. He's like cognitively declining. And this is one thing that people don't know because I don't really talk about my personal life. But my grandfather is suffering with dementia really bad. And I will say that Joe Biden is suffering from dementia.
Harassing the full potential of those who are harassing, we're going to have to change things. I'm sorry, I'm going to get in trouble with staff if I don't do this the right way. I'm going to get in trouble with my staff. Yeah, go ahead. But I pretend that you didn't answer you.
What? Let's play it again.
I know you all know, but a lot of people may not know what COVID is. By harassing the full potential of those who are harassing, we're going to have to change things.
Who's harassing
I'm going to get
who?
in trouble with staff if I don't do this the right way. I'm going to get in trouble with my staff. Yeah, go ahead. But I pretend that you didn't answer you.
Joe Biden is suffering from dementia, and this is elder abuse. This is why I keep saying that President or Madam President Kamala Harris is imminent. And I definitely think it's going to happen in August. I don't know why August has always stuck out. I could just see it happening in August. He's doing this every day. You know, he has his moments where he can carry out his conversations, and then he has his moments where he deviates from something. And today, not even today, the other day, he's talking about harassment. I don't know who's doing the harassing, but apparently Joe feels that some harassment is going on. It's really sad. As much as I don't like him as a person because of things that he said, it's extremely sad to watch any elderly person go through this. Nobody likes Joe. All right? Nobody likes Joe. But Joe shouldn't have to suffer the way he is. He shouldn't have to suffer. He shouldn't have to deal with having to get in front of millions of people day in and day out when he's not cognitively there. He shouldn't have to do any of that. Just be honest about your intentions, Democrats. You wanted to win the White House, and you did by cheating, I will say. I'm on YouTube, so I got to be picky with my words. You wanted that, y'all got it, and you're getting it ready for Kamala. They have always known they were getting this ready for Kamala. Kamala is not doing so good right now. I'm actually really happy to see that the leftist media is going after her. Finally, somebody's going to be doing it. Where's that video I had pulled up? I had a ton of videos of her pulled up and her speaking about what's happening at the border, how she's not really even paying attention. And this is a person that's about to take over. She completely absolves herself of any responsibility for anything happening at the border. Well, yeah, we've been there. Oh, no, I haven't been to Europe either. Just like the most ridiculous statements when it comes to our country. It's crazy. And there's actually an opinion piece that CNN wrote. I'm going to pull it up for a bit, to where they're pretty much lifting Black women up, or women in general, and attacking white men. I'm going to zoom it in so you guys can see it. Okay. Now this is an opinion piece. I want people to know that. I'm not saying that this is factual or true in its essence. This is a CNN opinion piece. But what they wrote is a few weeks ago, a meeting was not going well. My business partner was shut down from a wealthy, powerful white man. No easy feat. So it's starting off this way. The article then goes on to talk about how the person that was in the meeting, which is a Black woman, was misunderstood as a flippant, unprepared, and a little too Black for the room, even though the client asked a question that was more fitting for an administrative assistant than a CEO, whatever that means. But my partner is a Black woman. Many of us are no longer willing to bend over backwards to code switch and appease white audiences out of fear of being labeled bossy, defensive, or uppity. I've noticed more and more Can you see me and hear me? I don't know what happened. Am I back? Hopefully I'm back. Jeez, man. Maybe this is the internet's way of telling me not to do the show. Who knows? Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Thank you. I don't know. Everything just started loading. I disappeared. You guys disappeared. Now the comments are starting to flow back in. Anyway, this piece was written about Black women pretty much giving they don't want to be perceived as bossy. Where's that quote at? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. They don't want to be labeled as bossy, defensive, or uppity, but they want to conduct themselves as bossy, defensive, and uppity, which makes no sense. She further goes on to explain Kamala Harris's attitude, and this is a real Kamala Harris. When she's asked certain questions, how did they label it? Here it is. Go sit down with that question. So when you get asked a question as a woman, especially a Black woman, in a professional setting, in a corporate setting, in a presidential setting, in a press setting where you have to answer questions, instead of answering the question, you can go ahead and be rude and give this response without giving this response, which is go sit down with that question, which is Kamala Harris's response to the guy asking her, when are you going to the border? And you haven't been to the border. They're asking her these questions because she's in charge of the border. Like, you're in charge of the border, ma'am. Why can't you be asked these questions? The future of our country hangs in the balance of what we decide to do. If we decide to stand up and come together and actually recognize who the real enemy is, I think we will have a fighting chance. But as long as we're fighting each other, as long as we are towing party lines, not being willing to call out each other, then we'll forever be in this cycle. We'll be in a circular argument over and over and over, and it'll be perpetual. We won't ever stop. This is one of the people keep saying, you're different, you're changed, something's wrong with you, what's going on, you're going through something. I know people are saying this. I've talked to my friends that I actually speak to off camera and we do shows. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not going through anything. I'm just seeing the level of corruption that we have been truly turning a blind eye to. And some of us just don't know because you don't know what you're looking at. A lot of people aren't well versed in politics. I get it. 100%. But I am. And I can see both sides are doing nothing to help the American people. Okay? And I'm talking about the politicians that have been in office 50, 60 years, keeping the same things going. It's about time for other people to stand up. People like me, my age, the younger generation, to stand up and have a voice and put forth our ideas and how we can actually fix our country. It's in the hands of old people right now. Old, senile people that are so out of touch with reality, so out of touch with what it's like to be the average American, and it's on both sides. So that is my mission now. I'm not just going to talk about the right. I mean, I'm not just going to talk about the left and attack the left and only go at the left. No, I'm going to go at the right sometimes too. Because they're not blameless. They're not innocent. These people can be just as wicked as anybody on the left. That's one of the reasons why I put that post up, comparing mindsets of feeling superior and better than the other side. There's corruption on both sides. And a President Harris, Madam President Harris, is imminent. Joe Biden is declining. So if we want a fighting chance, truly want a fighting chance, we have to look at both sides and judge them equally. That is the only thing I'm doing when it comes to what I'm doing here with Hot Mike, when it comes to when I go live on Cash's page. But I can promise you, I am still the same. I'm still in the fight. I still love my country. I still like Trump. Nothing has changed. I just see the corruption for what it is. And I don't see party lines anymore. I really don't. I could care less whether you have an R or a D behind your name. I don't care. Because Here's the thing with Republicans, right? Democrats are in your face with their corruption. They don't hide it. But Republicans, they sit back and do this. Man, did you see what the left did? Man, let's talk about the left. Oh boy, look at Nancy Pelosi. Oh, Joe Biden. Oh, Kamala. Excuse me, I just burped. Oh, the squad. What about the right? What about the fact that Mitch McConnell has done absolutely nothing? People people like to worship Rand Paul. What has he done? What have any of these people done to fix and correct all the corruption, all the wrong going on in the country? Just imagine, all right? I'm going to pick your brains for a second. Imagine if Trump never existed. Imagine if Trump never came into office. Where do you think we'd be right now? Do you think there would be this massive wave of patriotism? This massive wave of people understanding what America first means? And I really want to know. I really want to know what people think in the comments. I really want to know where your heads are on this subject. If Trump was never elected, do you think we would be engaged, ready to fight for our country? No, I don't think so. No, we would never know because of cover-ups. So now that we have been made aware of the swamp, and I do not think the swamp is just lefties. I think the swamp is full of right-wing people too. Now that we know, why is it so hard for us to point out the wrong on each side? Which is all I'm doing. Just imagine for a second, Trump never coming in. Where would we be? I'm going to open up the chat if you guys want to come in. Cool. Say your thoughts and your opinions. I'm more than willing to listen. But I personally think a lot of us would still be fast asleep. A lot of us would not have this urgency or this drive to call anything out. But he didn't just, when he said the swamp, man, like, he wasn't just talking about Democrats. He was talking about special interest lobbying politicians, which we have on both sides. I like Danny, man. Danny's cool. Imagining a world without Trump is like imagining a world without Snowden. I'd still be asleep. At least you can admit that. Being honest with yourself. We wouldn't know the difference. No, Trump woke us up, but we'd be so much more in worse shape if it wasn't for Trump. I'll admit it, I had no clue how corrupt both sides are. And that's perfectly fine. A lot of us had no clue and didn't know. You know, some of us, I know a lot of people, I know, especially me, before I started podcasting, I would talk a lot to my husband about it, to my in-laws. But Trump definitely gave a lot of us the courage and ammunition to come out and talk about these things. For sure. So guys, that is what I'm doing. That is my only goal. That is my only aim by doing these shows. And I called myself out today earlier on Facebook. I have definitely been triggered. Not triggered in the sense where I don't want to hear anybody else's opinion. Not triggered in a sense of um, I'm changing or I'm no longer on the side of conservatives or Trump. Not triggered in that sense. Triggered in a sense of I've been reacting to ignorance because it's really been getting under my skin to watch people be upset about me just calling out the right and calling a spade a spade. That's why a lot of people even tune in to hear me talk. You tune in to hear me talk because I don't have a problem voicing my opinions on a lot of different things. I really don't. So I'm going to continue that. But instead of only looking at the left, I'm looking at the right as well. Trump gave us the tools to think, I think. I think you've always had that. You've always had that. Trump definitely gave a lot of people the courage to understand and go forward and know they weren't crazy and all the things that they already knew about our government. I get it. We want our government to be by the people, for the people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry. I'm looking at different comments. 1 second, guys. It's summer. The kids are home from school. Save me. No, seriously though. I just wanted everybody to I wanted to give a well-rounded show where everybody knows exactly where I'm coming from because there is clearly some miscommunication where people think there's something wrong with me, there's something off, I'm going through something. I am fine. The only thing that has changed about me is I'm not just looking at the left anymore. And that was something that I had to actually call myself out on when I was getting kicked off of social media. I'm like, how can I come back and tailor my message to where these efforts leave me alone, but I can still tell the truth? So I decided to come back and hit really hard and talk about the left and the right. Right? And this is on Facebook too. So relax, simmer down, okay? I don't have issues with anybody. I don't have issues with the viewers expressing their opinions. I absolutely want you to express your opinions. Don't get disrespectful though. That's the only thing that I ask. And don't get intolerant and accuse me of I've been called a closeted liberal, man. Like, you're not conservative at all. You're a liberal. I'm like, okay. Whatever floats your boat. Trump's coming back hard. See, that's something that I don't agree with a lot of different conservatives on. I don't believe Trump is coming back. As far as this year or in August or anything else like that, I don't believe he's coming back. I'm not even sure if he will run for president in 2024. If he does run, I will vote for him 100%. But I also want to see younger Americans with fresh minds and fresh ideas go forth and step up and take over that presidential seat. I do, man. And I know a lot of other people want to see that. Yes, if you want to find me on any other social media, you can look on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. That's what I will say. I don't like Twitter. But I am on Instagram, and my Instagram is literally Sunni the Middle Child. That's it. If you want to find me on there. Facebook, of course. Not a lot of people are using Facebook. And if you want to find me, you can follow me right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe. the notification bell so that you don't ever miss a video. But this is how I'm coming from this point on, so that there's no misunderstandings. All right. I'm not on the Trump train. I am still Team Trump. I think he is the greatest president that I have got to experience in my lifetime, being able to really understand politics and pay attention. And if he does run in 2024, I'll be casting my vote for him. But I would love to see some younger people step up. Yeah. And you know what? It's literally because people are looking for some sort of hope. You know, it's a rough time. It's definitely a rough time in this political environment that we're in, and I get it. I get it. But we have to get out of the state of desperation. It's not a good look. Not at all. I don't have Telegram. And I would not even think to post on Telegram. Like, I don't know, man. My phone is dead anyway. I have too many social media apps to run as it is. I can't imagine adding another social media app to be posting on. It's a lot. Excuse me. It's a full-time job doing this. You have to constantly be coming with content that's interesting to people. You have to be able to engage and carry a conversation for 27 minutes and keep your viewers interested. Yes, Primetime Patriots is on Telegram. You can follow us there. But I personally am not on Telegram. It's a full-time job. I barely can focus on YouTube, Facebook, and every now and then I'll do a TikTok. TikTok is like, I don't know. I think TikTok is for the younger generation to do all their cool videos and stuff. I just don't have the patience for it. I really don't. I would rather put together a show, sit down, talk about it. And I do like engaging sometimes with the audience. If you have any questions or whatever you want to talk about, I'll answer it. Other than that, guys, I had a different show prepared, but I don't have all the videos and stuff pulled up. Just be thinking. Be a forward thinker. Be thinking about what the future holds. Be thinking about your next move. Plan your next move. Be strategic. Get out of your feelings. I understand that we are in a really bad place in America. Like, I get it, man. I swear I get it. But still remain level-headed. And yes, we all fall off the wagon sometimes. I know I do. Excuse me. I know for sure I do. I lose my patience. I get tired of people having ridiculous opinions about me, about why I'm doing stuff. And these last 2 or 3 weeks really, really and truly got under my skin. Seriously. Yawning is contagious. You guys are probably yawning. Stop it. You're making me yawn. Now I got to wipe the tears out of my eyes. And it's going to be looking like I'm crying on here, and I'm not. Sheesh. Thank you, Pam. I have said this till I'm blue in the face. I have said this repeatedly for months and months and months and months. Voting locally, your school board, city council, and your county is extremely important. Extremely important. The only way we make real change is if we start at the local level and we work our way up. We can't touch the Fed as average Americans, you and me, you know, it won't work that way. I'm a little rinky-dink podcaster. Let me not even call myself rinky-dink. No, I'm not. I'm not a rinky-dink podcaster. I think I do damn good at my job. Not even gonna lie. I don't think there's anybody out here like me. I'm not afraid to say what some people are afraid to say it on here. I'm just not. I'm gonna say it because you're probably thinking it, and I thought it, and I asked the question, and some people are like, oh, but guess what? The truth don't care about your feelings. Grandkids, aw, I miss my grandma. School board is very important. Yes. Yep. Going forward, you have to operate like you were playing chess, not checkers, when it comes to changing your community for the better. Absolutely. Okay. Excuse me. I love getting the positive feedback and messages from viewers. Not in my email. Shoot. I've had tons of emails from viewers that are like, thank you for speaking up. Thank you for telling me to get involved locally. Thank you. Thank you for being an asshole sometimes. I've even had people tell me that, like, yo, you're an asshole, but I like you. My niece does the hand to mouth. Ugh, when she hears me listening to you, drives me nuts. What is that? This? I have my first school board meeting for my kiddos tomorrow night. Nice. I'm nervous, but it's time to fight. Go ahead, Robin. And you know what? Step into that entire meeting with confidence. You want to know what your kids are being taught and you want to stand up against the CRT movement? Step up. More parents need to do so. They're not doing that here as far as DOD. But if they do, you can best believe I'll be at that school. You look, I will be on there, bells ringing. Do you think proving that there was cheating could change the outcome of the election? No, I don't. No. I think proving that there's cheating will change laws. It might change more voter laws. I think it'll definitely bring attention to people that have, doubt about it, which is why these Arizona audits are good. But it's not going to change the outcome of the election. Absolutely not. You were kind of rough with me once, but I needed to hear it. Oh, John, listen, if I am rough, and I'm a really direct person, so a lot of times people take what I say as rough. It's from a place of love. One thing that I've learned, not only from growing up, but being married, that love, when you love somebody, you correct them. When you don't love them and you don't care about them, you just allow them to keep going on in their mess. So if I do give you a nudge, stop it. Or if I do comment, it's never from a place of, it's never from a place of ill intentions. Now, unless you are directly coming at me and you're saying the most ridiculous things ever, I'm never going to talk out of turn. Never. Even the people that come on the show and make a fool of themselves tripping out. I don't do that. So just know it's always from a place of love. Possible future elections. Yeah. I think it'll definitely change some things in future elections. Yes, she is shocked with the things that you say. I ask her why, and she has some bullshit answer. Well, tell your niece to tune in and maybe one day come talk to me. And tell her I said, Joe Biden. I agreed. Lots of people think it would change. That's not how our Constitution works. Man. And good luck, Robin. Yeah. See? Everybody here is super supportive. Good luck. And I hope you go into that meeting with the confidence and you take a little bit of asshole seasoning that I sprinkle on you. And you go in there and you make your voice heard, and you be a voice for your children. I'll be praying for you. Good luck. And you can always reach out to me via email. I do respond sometimes. We homeschool all 3 kids. They're all parents. Your daughter is a teacher. Would love to attend for grandkids, but we are truckers. Ah, you're all over the country. Okay. Sorry to change the subject, but when is your father-in-law coming on? We're gonna reschedule that today. I was gonna do it today, but we had Truth to Set You Free, and then tomorrow we have Constant Avenger, so we might do that on a Friday. Maybe. I'll see when he's free again. You need to talk some lore. I'm pretty sure you meant more about what's going on in the Asian Pacific with our military. Honestly, guys, it's a conflict of interest when making very public statements about the military. I do have to still respect the fact that my husband does wear the uniform and the insignia. So I can't get on here talking reckless and doing all that stuff. But what I will say is pray for our troops. Pray for our service members. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when we're going to do that. We'll be doing that. It's going to be an interesting show. I can't wait to see how people react. But let me get up off here. It is, I don't have my watch on. I'm so used to wearing my watch. It is afternoon here. I'm going to go hang out with the kids. It's summer, but I wanted to come on here, and I was going to do a better put together show about Madam President Kamala. But keep your eyes open, be vigilant, stay researching. This is something that I used to say on every closing of my show. Don't believe anything I said here today. You can fact check me. In fact, I encourage you to go fact check me. Go do your own research. And best of luck to you, Robin. Everybody who is stepping up and making their voices heard. Don't ever be afraid. Your voice is the most powerful thing you have. Don't be discouraged going forward in these elections. Let's make our voices heard, and let's make America think again.